Thank you so much. Thank you for this, lovely invite. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manik Kathuria. I'm the account director for Coursera, specifically looking at the for-campus, arm within Coursera. A lot of my, earlier panelists, and I must say, with all humility, I feel extremely privileged and extremely humbled to be a part of this gathering, and especially this particular panel, because of the collective wisdom in the room and collective wisdom on the chairs far, far exceeds anything that I have to offer. But I will definitely try, and I am very grateful to all the earlier speakers who have mentioned and who have taken cognizance of the, I would say, contribution of Coursera in helping Orissa skill up. Today, my discussion, my conversation is also about certain trends that we are looking at globally as well as in India, and how Coursera has been able to help higher educational institutions, private universities, as well as both affiliated and autonomous colleges within the length and breadth of the country to achieve those specific skill gaps and cater to those skill gaps. Without further ado, a quick introduction about what Coursera is all about. It's a lifelong ecosystem, learning ecosystem, with close to 16 crore plus registered learners globally, and a huge chunk of which I'm very proud of, is coming from, yes, you guessed it right, about 2.8 crore learners coming from India. And think of it like an ecosystem of, higher educational institutions, industries, as well as creators who are building courses on Coursera and offering it to the world. Within the enterprise domain, we have close to, we have 3 major business units which we cater to and which are self-explanatory. Coursera for Businesses caters to the needs of the corporate sector for upskilling. Coursera for Government looks at both state and central government requirements in case of workforce upskilling. And Coursera for Campus, which I am a part of, looks at the need of higher educational institutions in the entire, I would say, spectrum of both private and public and state universities, as well as the system of affiliated and autonomous colleges. We also have a huge element of our educators who are partners. More than 325 plus education partners, both universities as well as companies, form a part of Coursera. But more than these hard statistics, what Coursera really is a chance to actually learn from the best in the world, to learn from people like Andrew Ng, who's also called father of AI, to learn from Martin Odyssey, people who have, somebody who has actually created a Scala programming language. Professor Robert Schiller, professor of economics from Yale University. We have creators like Dr. Lawrence Santos, who is also from Yale University and created a beautiful course on science of well-being. Professor Ban Ki-moon, he's the ex-Governor General of United Nations. I'm talking about a chance for students. I'm talking about a chance for our generation to actually learn from the best of the best, and also get their mastery over various topics. These are verified university branded certificates which can get awarded once a student completes a particular skill. But beyond this introduction of Coursera, what I really want to think about and what I really want to talk about today are the trends that we are seeing in the higher education ecosystem. I would like to highlight 3 major trends that we are all finding and which we all need to respond, as a nation and as a state specifically. Rising demand for scalable, credit-eligible courses. Overall, we are seeing a huge demand for universities and institutions as well as students, saying that we need a change in the curriculum, we need some upskilling so as to cater to the requirements of the industry. So that's one of the bigger trends. And these trends we have also, looked into the World Economic Forum report on skills for 2025, which specifically mentions these kind of trends. The second trend that we are finding very relevant, and I would require your views also on it, is need for industry micro-credentials to get career-ready graduates. Now, increasing need, we are seeing an increasing need for proficient entry-level talent with emerging digital skills. Earlier panelists and speakers also talked and briefly mentioned about how we are seeing this gap in what the industry is asking us for, whereas what we have been traditionally training our students in our higher education ecosystem. So, need for industry micro-credentials. So, think of courses from cybersecurity from IBM or Google Cloud from Google itself. So, these kind of courses, when integrated into the for-credit network of a university system, offers a student a chance to actually do those courses, earn the necessary credits, and also be very confident at the time of the interviews, so that they can, very specifically say that, okay, I have done these kind of professional certifications, which was a part of my curriculum. So that's a kind of trend we are seeing globally, and I'm very happy and proud to say Coursera has been helping more than 150 universities and educational institutions in India itself in achieving a for-credit integration of industry micro-credentials. The third and very, very important topic in the room, which I would require your views also in it, is the disruptive power of generative AI that we are seeing, which is actually changing the whole ecosystem, the jobs, the teaching, the learning. Advancement in this generative AI technology is changing very fast the way students are learning and the way teachers can teach. So these are the three trends I would like to highlight. A quick couple of statistics on the first trend, which is the rise in demand for scalable credit eligible courses. In one of the reports that we have created on advancing higher education, 86% of students, they agree that micro-credentials is something that will help them stand out. As I earlier said, once we put these credentials into the curriculum, it helps students to actually graduate with the right kind of courses and with the right kind of elements into their curriculum, and they are much more confident at the time of interviews. 1 in every 2 students today, now they want professional certificates to be offered for credit. How can we do that? Let's take a quick example of a typical MBA program, Masters in Business Administration, where we can actually offer the standard core courses on financial accounting, economics, principles of business management, etc. But if I have to add an element of digital marketing specialization, what I can do beyond the core courses is add the electives. So I'm talking about 20 to 40% credits as per UGC that can come out of micro-credentials or MOOC courses is something that our regulatory environment and our framework is also allowing. So using courses like digital marketing and e-commerce from Google, a professional certificate for 1 to 2 credit into the electives, or a social media marketing from Meta will definitely modernize your regular existing MBA curriculum into something which is more industry accepted curriculum. So also using the power of generative AI, Coursera now has launched a very beautiful private authoring tool into its platform, which is called as Course Builder. So now if you want to create a course on consumer behavior, for example, you can start from scratch, that is one option, or you can go to the Coursera platform with the enterprise login and create a prompt or write a prompt or basics of your learning objectives of that course, and that AI model will actually start searching the entire platform of Coursera. It will give you some suggestion from a University of Yale course, it will give you a suggestion from a Google video, or you can add a case study of your own. So this way you can create a course from scratch, an online course, into the Coursera platform and also plug in into your curriculum. So by doing these multiple things, now you have suddenly, modernized your existing MBA program with blended courses. It's a blended method because you're not just totally dependent upon online teaching and learning, which is, can be sometimes a question, but also you're also adding your own content and creating courses of your own through private course builder. And also you can add industry aligned courses along with assessments, because if you're talking about credit courses, then the element of assessment will definitely come into picture with the academic integrity features offered by Coursera is something that can be done. Another trend, or the first trend itself, is where 51% of global higher education leaders are saying that they are using industry micro-credentials, and more than 73% are saying that they are implementing now into their institutions. So we are seeing the change in terms of the trend. Another point that I was talking about is heightened urgency for employers for career-ready graduates. As per our Job Skills 2023 report of Coursera, 97% of employers, they have indicated that they have moved away, and it's a huge change, moved away from a pure degree-based hiring process to a skill-based hiring process. What does that mean? How can you address it? Today, we have more than 10 credit-eligible courses which are approved by National Skill Qualification Framework across software and IT, data and analytics, as well as in business management and technology. So you have courses like Google Data Analytics or Meta Backend Support or a Google Project Management. Now these courses are 4.5 or 5 rated plus by NSQF, which means that when you add these courses into your curriculum, they can actually grant you credits, and you can use those credits into your structure. So this way you can add these courses and hence solve the problem that industry is facing with lack of skill-based hiring, and this can be a good solution. Another trend that I earlier talked about was the power of generative AI, which is disrupting jobs, teaching and learning. And close to 54% in our research of the activities performed by educators, they have the potential to be changed or automated by Gen AI. So what does this mean? This means that we are now very soon about to get into, or rather I would say we already have gotten into, a AI recruitment frenzy. As per Amazon AWS skill report, 75% of hiring talent is going to be AI skill based. 74% increase in the job listing with the word AI on LinkedIn. Now these are very strong statistics which are indicating that today or in the very near future, AI is not just going to be a good to have skills and not just for the tech student, but for general management student, liberal arts students or any student, it will be a mandatory requirement. So how do we do that? And also another element to it is today students are also concerned that 55% of students in our research, in our survey, they say that we are worried about the impact of Gen AI on workforce in general, and 37% students say that they worry about impact of AI on their career path. So what will that new expectation lead to? That 72% students are saying now they are expecting their educational institution or higher education university to actually train them on this model. So this is now imperatively, I would say, an implicit assumption that university or college will be training students into this technology. And this can be both enabler as well as disruptor. I'm sure everybody will agree there are certain areas where AI can, decrease risk of, question generation or scale question generation and individualized assessment. They can also decrease the risk of practicing problem solving and test preparation. Whereas there could be some new risks. We have all seen the risks of academic integrity, Gen AI doing work of other people, or it could be a powerful cheating tool also, and letting students to submit inauthentic work. Now we are actually in a situation we are faced with both the pros and cons of Gen AI. So offer a quick check in the room, how many of us would be afraid of Gen AI right now, or excited by it, or unsure by it? So if I say a quick raise of hand for afraid, how many of us are afraid? Okay. Okay. How many of are excited? Okay. This is lovely. And who are on the edge of it? They are unsure right now. Okay, so I see mostly people in the room are excited about the potential of Gen AI, which is a right approach to actually have. Because generative AI as a tool or as a, I would say, technology is changing our teaching and learning landscape. And of course, we should take it with the right approach and with the right attitude. And how do we at Coursera are actually offering generative AI and offering our technology and our entire platform is a three-pronged strategy through a learn, teach, and assess methodology. I earlier talked about micro-credentials. I talked about university courses from Yale, Stanford, which can get into our platform, which can get into your credit structure through a learn, teach, and an assessment model as well. With this, you can actually help your institution and your, I would say, your curriculum to get advanced. Some of the quick, I would say, pointers in how Coursera has been able to add value to a lot of institutions are these 4 points. Strengthening of the academic excellence. So delivering credit-enabled industry curriculum, as we talked about, and also building your faculty competency in those skills and helping them through Course Builder, which is a generative AI-powered private authoring tool. Driving student employability and placements using National Skill Qualification Framework 4.5 and 5 rated courses on Google, Meta, IBM, etc. into your curriculum, thereby adding the value of your curriculum or adding the value into the skill-based approach of hiring. Growth in rank and brand perception. We have seen universities and institutions who have worked with us, they have improved student and employer brand perception, and there has been marked improvement in their NAC ratings. And this is something that we have empirically seen over the last 4 to 5 years. And of course, it also leads to acceleration in enrollment growth. New programs, honors, minors, electives of your engineering courses can be launched using Coursera. A lot of institutions and universities have offered new online versions of their courses using Coursera. So multiple use cases exist today. With this, I would like to have a quick video of some of our learners who have found value.
My long-term goal has always been to become something in a leadership position in a technology company. So I ended up using Coursera as a way to get ahead, start on learning those skills essential for business that I did not get to do.
I'm sorry. I hope the audio is it audible?
My long-term goal has always been to become something in a leadership position in a technology company. So I ended up using Coursera as a way to get a head start on learning those skills essential for business that I did not get to do at my undergrad university.
My major is a little specific, so it's really cool that Coursera has this option for me to expand my field.
Right now I'm doing game design specialization, which is like the thing that I love the most. And actually, what I want to do with my life is I want to become a visual development artist at Pixar. Fingers crossed.
My major is actually electronics, but I thought of branching out to computer science. I basically started my journey learning about data science subjects through Coursera itself.
The first course that I took in Coursera was Excel, which was like the basics in business. I've been hearing from a lot of professionals like Excel is one of the programs that will really be valuable.
By reading something in class, I could see that it was really interesting, and then I could supplement that learning with the courses on Coursera.
I'm not sure if the audio was quite okay, but I mean the nutshell was that a lot of students have been able to learn multidisciplinary skills. So a student of say a mechanical engineering or a civil engineering found his or her calling into a computer science elective, and they were able to choose the right subjects into their final electives thanks to Coursera, and then build a complete career path into computer science engineering, which was not his major. So we have multiple such success stories, and today I would, since we're talking about multidisciplinary, I'm very happy to share, ma'am, earlier we were talking about Indian Knowledge System. Coursera is proud to have courses from IIM Ahmedabad in Leadership Essentials, which teaches leadership to the students by using all the examples of Mahabharata. So today I think we are all embracing our own culture, our own values, our own knowledge system, and I'm very grateful to NEP to highlight Indian knowledge system into the academic ecosystem, because students will of our generation and further generation will really benefit from these these thoughts. And platforms like Coursera are, I would say, very much embracing this change and very much embracing the idea of Indian knowledge system. Thank you so much.